This is my third time doing stand-up, and I keep wondering when I'll stop announcing. I'm like, but I realized the first time I performed, I was vastly over-prepared and therefore very robotic, and my voice was even lower. And then the second time, I was vastly underprepared. And then I improv a lot. I don't know why I'm giving you my feedback to myself, but I am. But then I was blowing through improv, and when you could tell when I didn't plan on saying it because I would say it 3 times faster. So I'm hoping for this kind of Goldilocks, just right, sweet spot with this third time. I don't mean to brag, but I did go to a psychiatrist a few weeks ago, and mental health. And she told me I was not depressed enough to have antidepressants. And I was like, oh, but I'm so bummed. Quick disclaimer. I mean, I think mental health is very important. I've been on medication before. I got laid off at the end of June, and I always am like, it's all gonna work out, and it really is, but then there's times where you're just like, I've just resigned myself to being unbelievably honest. When I was at a birthday party a few weeks ago, an old coworker, not from the job I was laid off, but the one I left, was like, how are you? I'm just like, shitty, how are you? How was your wedding? I'm like, let me look at those diamonds again. Ooh, she had a beautiful ring. I try it on so I can practice. I'd love to tell you about the last interview I was on because it was kooky. And I just want to preface, like, all jobs matter, you matter, you're important. And this is all just for good fun. I happen to have fallen into the same interview with the same type of company 3 times. And now I have finally learned, like my third time doing comedy, third time's a charm, I'm never going to apply to a marketing firm, ever. At least not the ones in this area. Coming out, we had an interview. He wasn't even sure why he liked working there. Because that's something I always ask. I'm like, why? What brought you to, such and such company? And he was like, well, I was in Sacramento. I was like, oh my God, I really don't want to work here. And he's like, I'd like to continue the interview today. And I was like, I'm not available. I have a lot of Netflix movies I need to watch. I've been unemployed for about 2.5 months. I've seen every movie. I've seen every movie. I forgot how many movies I've seen. I was in Los Gatos, I saw Crazy Rich Asians. It's been fun because I'm unemployed and I don't have as much money. I go to the matinees, but the problem was I parked. I thought I would outsmart the Los Gatos cops. I thought they'd be busy. I don't know, like shining
they're
diamonds.
never busy.
I don't know. So. It was only a 2-hour parking. I had been shopping previously. I was like, cool, I'm gonna go see the movie. That's me pointing to the theater. I looked at the tires because I heard that they chalk tires, I guess, to mark how long you've been there, and I didn't see any. I was like, ha! I got a parking ticket. So I paid $8 for the movie ticket and $42 for the parking ticket, so I essentially paid $50 to watch Crazy Rich Asians. It wasn't really worth $50, but I liked it nonetheless. Which brings us to last week, actually today, last week, 7 days. God created the earth and I still don't have a job. I just made that up. So on Labor Day, I get a phone call. Already weird because it's Labor Day. Again, I'm so tired from doing no work. I was watching Cats, as in I fed them and waited for them to walk out so I could scare them. They're feral cats that he's not my uncle, but for lack of a better phrase, uncle has, so I watch them when he's out of town. They're all terrified to exist, and I feel so bad because I just want to pet them so bad. That's okay. I get a call on Labor Day, and this guy could have not talked faster. I know I talk fast, but I have the hearing of an old man, so it's very contradictory because I really can't hear most of what people say. I feel I just have resigned to being like, ooh, like I come up with sounds to conversations I never truly have had. And I was like, well, I have nothing better to do this week. Let's just see this through. I talked to a woman named Crystal on the phone. That's not her real name, but it's so close close, especially with the type of name, Crystal, like that's the voice. And she goes, we're meeting at Costco. And I'm like, what is with these marketing firms and Costco? It was but not different letter, event management. So in my mind, when I think events, I think hotels, I think open bar, I think fundraisers, yeah. So when she said Costco, I'm like, she's like, there's an event at Costco. I'm like, it's a black tie event at noon on a Thursday? Okay. So this was, again, last Thursday. I wear my, I have 3 interview outfits. My mom keeps begging me to buy more blouses. I'm like, I have no job to go to. These jobs won't know that I wore this to the last interview. It's okay. I get there at 11:45 because when it does matter and when I need to look good, I will get there early. I'm waiting, 10 minutes go by. So it's around 11:59, the interview's at 12, like be there early, come on. To the point where this, I look out of place, I'm just standing there, I don't have a cart, I don't have 18 tubes of toothpaste, I don't belong. This older gentleman who meant well, but also like didn't, you could have just chose not to talk to me. He's like, who are you waiting for? And I just looked at him, again, being honest with my life, and I was like, I don't know. I'm like, I have an interview. Very unexcited. And he was like, well, my wife just had to go grab him. I'm like, this isn't. Have a good day. It's 12:10, so I've been waiting about, 20, 25 minutes. Where is she? She said she was walking on over. I mean, Costco is big, but it's not like 10 football fields of a parking lot. Like, come on. She comes from out of the Costco, which didn't make sense with her text. And she's like, Taylor! I'm like, oh, yes. Yes, Crystal. Anyway, we're walking in the Costco. You're gonna maybe visualize this better than I do. And she seriously walks us to the table, where everyone buys the legendary Kirkland hot dogs. Seriously looking for a place to conduct this interview. And I'm like, no. I'm not avoiding a mustard stain and answering your questions. She's like, oh, there's no room. I'm like, bummer. She's like, let's go. I'm like, we go to the tire section. We're in the tire section. She's like, perfect. I'm like, is it? We sit on a bench. She made some joke about tires, and again, I'm an old man, I can't hear, and I'm still trying to be formal and polite. I was like, oh, I'm sorry. And she's like, I made a joke about the tires. I was like, no. Sorry, I missed that. I'm here for this fucking interview. She's sharing all this information, and it just kept bringing me back to all those other marketing firms that had the same clients. I was like, I don't know how there's probably more, but I don't know how 3 marketing firms can all have Costco as a client in the Bay Area. That didn't make sense to me until it made the most sense to me when we, in fact, left the tires. We're strolling through the Costco, and we arrive at the event, which is a sample table. And she was serious as can be, which made it harder for me to hold everything in. As she's putting on her apron, putting on the gloves, putting on the hairnet. Now, don't get me wrong, service jobs are important, but this, in my mind, was an event management company. Where's the fundraiser? And she's putting on the hairnet. She's like, so this is what you're gonna do, Taylor. And I'm like, what? She's like, you're gonna watch me. And thus the observation began. Every single time a cart went by, she's like, look at that fruit. Come on and try some. And the whole time, she's like, afternoon on a Thursday. No one's having margaritas right now. So I was like, this can't be real. She finishes up and she, undoes her gloves like she just finished open heart surgery and succeeded. She's like, so Taylor, give me feedback. What are your ideas? And it's the same thing. I gave her ideas and she instantly shut them down. She's like, no. And I was like, what? You told me to do. These were good ideas. And then she goes, okay, Taylor, you're gonna do it. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not. So she's like, stand behind the table. And I was like, okay. This is the table. I stand behind the table. She's like, move. And I was like, what? And she's like, skid out. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I thought maybe I was too close. I was behind the table like she instructed. She's like, more. To the point where if this was the table, I was just over here. So then, in my nice interview outfit, without a hairnet, a foot away from the table, I just funsies. I was like, hey ma'am, come try a sample. And I was like, sir, how's your Thursday? Come on. Like Dora the Explorer in that moment. And just starting to have fun with it. There was this one woman whose cart was filled to the brim. I'm so proud of her. And I looked at her and I'm like, your cart looks heavy. Do you want to make it even heavier? So I'm just kind of coming up with things because I just figured to have enthusiasm and a big smile and she wasn't going to notice. And she's like, okay, Taylor, stop. And I was going, I was like, you, margaritas. Like, coming up with something. And then she's like, Taylor, stop. And I was like, oh, sorry, again, I can't hear. She doesn't need to know or care. And we finish and we have our niceties. And she's like, great, thank you. And I was like, thanks, Crystal. And then I left and immediately called my mom. I was like, and that is the great learning lesson to please not interview or apply to a marketing firm. With that being said, if anyone has a job that needs to be done, I'll take it. If anyone knows, we'll see. I'm on my way. Hopefully next time I'll talk about the wonders and perils of my job once more, when it's my 4th time doing stand-up. In case you didn't remember, it's my 3rd time. It will be my 4th time. Thank you for listening to me, and now I'm done.